Hello, Own Soldier 86, right back here with another video on how to create music in Super Smash Brothers. And what we did last time is we were able to download the MIDI file from one of the songs in Smash Brothers, and we took a look at it in our MIDI editing software, which in my case, of course, I'm using Finale. And you may be using a different software than I am, which would be completely fine. But just keep that in mind that I will continue to use Finale because it's something I'm comfortable with, since I like to see the actual notation like a musician would read. So moving forward, what I want to do is I want to see if I can edit and manipulate those MIDI files a little bit. And for instance, I want to see if I can change an instrument to be something different than what I hear normally. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and select a new song to download. And what I did is I kind of thought about a stage that we could take. And one of the stages that has a really, really great identifiable melody is coincidentally the Kirby stage, which is Kirby's Dream Land. And that's also coincidentally the very first code here, labeled 0000. If you wanted to take a different song and manipulate the sounds, you of course can go through here. And if you need to, you can listen to each of the songs by hitting the play button. Or if you want to identify what the songs are from a list, I did include the documents that I've been sharing with you guys in the YouTube description. You can go to that document and scroll all the way to the bottom. It has all the different tracks listed with their codes. So again, 00 is Kirby's Dream Land. And why don't we go ahead and play that right now in Goldeneye, just to see, in the Goldeneye Step Editor here, just to see what it sounds like and see if we can identify what instrument is playing the melody. So yeah, that's definitely Kirby's Dream Land. And if you could listen really carefully, it sounds like the melody's being played by sort of like a synthesized trumpet sound. So what my goal will be here in the next few videos is to see if I can manipulate that so that a different instrument is playing that melody. And also what I'm going to want to do is isolate the melody so that I don't have other sounds in the background, like the drums and the bass and such. I want to be able to just hear that main melody and see if I can change that instrument. So to get started, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and do the same thing we did last time, export this to MIDI. And we're going to want to relabel it maybe a different title this time. Let's go ahead and call it let's call it dreamland.mid and save. And then we'll go into Finale and open that up. Don't forget that Finale defaults to open files labeled MUS. And so we want to change that extension to MID, which is MIDI. And sure enough, there it is. And we can see it as a musician would see notation. We can see exactly how the song is notated. So what I can do is, as a musician, I can quickly look through and determine which of these tracks is the melody that I want to take and edit. And just by looking at it right away, I can see that the very first track here, which actually is labeled track 0, is the track that we want to edit. So that's that trumpet sound. So to isolate this, we're going to be a little destructive here. We're going to go ahead and delete the notes that are on all the other tracks. And in order to do that in Finale, what I do is I click this tool called the selection tool. It's like a square with a little cursor that looks like a mouse. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip track 0. I want to keep that. I'm going to go down to track 1, and I'm going to click to the left of this musical symbol called the treble clef. And by doing that, I'm highlighting all the notes in the entire song. Don't forget, you can navigate from page to page in Finale using these arrows down here. Finale sets up the music as if it was something that you would print out like sheet music. So Kirby's Dream Land is actually 25 pages long of sheet music. But we are, of course, highlighting all of those notes in track 1. And I'm going to go ahead and hit the delete key. And that will get rid of any notes that were on track 1. I'll do the same thing for track 2, clicking to the left and hit delete. Same thing for track 3 and 4, all the way down, so that all we're left with is just the notes from the first track. It looks like track 10 has 2 different sets of music. These are called staves in music. And so we have to delete the treble clef stave and the bass clef stave. So we're left with nothing but that first track. In the next video, we'll go ahead and play that and determine that that's what we're left with.